looking around the room and seeing a lot of very, very large stimulants in cups. Is that the result of a bit of K-San at sort of 2 in the morning? Very good, very good. Look, thank you very much for having me here today. This is an area which I'm obviously very passionate about. And as Doug said, for the last 15 years I've been working in the wellness industry, I guess, to use a broader term than just health and fitness. I'm a naturopath, fitness trainer, and I've sort of incorporated those skills in nutrition and herbal medicine and exercise programming and fitness and yoga and all this stuff to help people get more out of their own lives. We can often spend so much time thinking about work and thinking about the day-to-day things that need to be done with our job that we forget about the most important thing, which is our own health and well-being. As a society, we're starting to break down physically. And I think it's important for us all occasionally to just stop and take stock of what we're doing so that we can improve our lives and get more out of what we do in every aspect of our lives. And I've identified over the years as 3 areas which provide those essential foundation KPIs. The first area is obviously exercise, moving your body, just every day getting out and being able to get your blood flowing, get your lungs working, get your heart pumping, and basically move all those sort of toxins that are hiding around in all those deep, dark recesses inside your body and get the liver functioning and the kidneys working and actually get your energy production moving. The second area, which obviously goes hand in hand with exercise, is how we fuel our body. So what we're actually putting into our diet to actually give our bodies the petrol they need to get our cells firing as optimally as possible. And obviously the third key component is supplementation. And supplementation is something which I believe firmly is absolutely necessary in today's lifestyle, particularly given the levels of sort of stress we're under all the time. When you're under stress, your body chews through nutrition, your nervous system chews up nutrition, your adrenal glands are constantly pumping out small amounts of adrenaline and cortisol to help you cope with the day-to-day stresses we're under. And the things that help replace all those neurotransmitters and hormones which are being gobbled up by stress are micronutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, the amino acids, the essential fats, and all of those enzymes that are needed to help create new hormones and keep our cells functioning. So that is really, for me, the triad of health, which is going to help you achieve your personal best. Who here has heard of the fight or flight mechanism in your body? It's your body's natural stress mechanism. And it goes back to prehistoric times when we were being chased around by dinosaurs and so forth. And what actually happens is, at this point in time, the adrenal glands start shooting out adrenaline and cortisol into the bloodstream. And what that does is it frees up stored sugar and fat from the muscle cells and sends it into the bloodstream so it can be converted to energy by the muscle cells. So this guy's heart at the moment would just be going boom, 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 boom. Gets to shore in world record time. So what happens is he gets out of his kayak and he tells the first person, oh God, I wouldn't believe what happened there. Jaws was just out there about to eat me. So he sits down on the beach and sort of he's shaking and got the quivers. Has that happened to anyone when you've been in, say, near-miss car accident? Your knees just start going, my God. That's the fight or flight mechanism kicking in. So anyway, he'll sit down on the beach for a while, go through his thoughts. Eventually the adrenaline levels will start to drop as he calms down. The heart will come back into a normal beating pattern. The cortisol levels will remain slightly raised for a bit longer. And that's going to fuel his post-stress hunger. So his body's just chewed up all this sugar and fat, getting away from Jaws, gets back to land, and the body then has this inbuilt mechanism to say, okay, you've now got to go and refuel. So the next time you're out there, you've got enough petrol on board to get away again. So that's what happens. You go through the stress cycle, sugar and fat released into the bloodstream, you work your guts out paddling or running or whatever it is you do, you burn up that fuel, stop, calm down, and then refuel. The thing that separates highly successful people from people who just sort of keep plodding along at the same pace is that highly successful people are able to achieve more in the same amount of time. We're all given 24 hours in a day, but the highly successful people can utilise a lot more of that time more efficiently because they balance their energy levels the right way. and they give themselves more fuel and more opportunities to replenish so they can get more out of themselves and more out of their life. But what happens with physical energy will also have an impact on our emotional energy, our mental energy, and our spiritual energy as well. Our body is one intertwined being where it's a mind-body continuum where energy levels are fluctuating all the time. And I guess the key to success is figuring out the ways to give ourselves maximum energy most of the time. Now, strength, endurance, flexibility and stability don't just happen on a physical level. They also happen on a mental level, an emotional level and a spiritual level. And when I talk about spiritual level, I'm just talking about that level of ourselves where we hold our beliefs and values. It's not necessarily referring to religious beliefs, it's just talking about where deep inside of us we think, where am I actually going and what do I actually want to be doing and what are my core beliefs and values? And then beggars, what is energy? Does anyone in the room want to have a shot at what energy actually is? Too early in the morning, too hungover, just tell me. Energy is an interesting thing. It's basically, to bring it back, I guess, to a biological level. Inside our bodies, we manufacture a little molecule called adenosine triphosphate, and that is your body's energy currency. I guess it's sort of like the equivalent of money in your bank account. So the more energy your body, the more ATP or adenosine triphosphate, the more ATP you create, the more energy you have available to spend. So the secret is figuring out how we're going to create more ATP so we have more available energy for our physical, mental, emotional and spiritual areas of our life. Now, inside the body, in every cell in your body, there's a little sort of factory called a mitochondria. That is your body's ATP factory. And what actually happens is when you eat your meals and you take in carbohydrates, fats, proteins, alcohol, coffee, all of these things, they all work their way down through the digestive processes and then are absorbed into our bloodstream, and all of those nutrients taken into our cells, where the little mitochondria there has to convert all those little micronutrients into energy. And that's what happens. And so in order to create more energy, we want to be fueling our bodies with the right micronutrients to really pump up and force out more energy. I guess over the years I've worked in the health and fitness industry. One of the reasons why people often avoid exercise and avoid doing the right things is because it can be daunting. It's like, what, you're asking me not to drink? You're asking me I can't drink coffee, I can't drink cake, I can't do this, I have to do that, I've got to be a diet Nazi. It's daunting. Most people don't have a lifestyle health plan. And the bottom line is do you want to live with back pain and on medications that sort of band-aid the treatment, or put together a healthy lifestyle business plan, for want of a better term, and actually achieve more out of life and be able to sort of reap the rewards of your hard work, use the hard-earned money to actually do the things you really enjoy doing. The problem is, I think as a society, we as individuals have all become complacent about medicine. We think there's just going to be a magic pill created sometime which will just fix what we've got. And there's a lot we can do to actually offset and totally eliminate, in most cases, the risk factors for a lot of these things, which will improve your quality of life and just make you feel happier. And that's what it's all about. People like to think that, yeah, this afternoon I'm meeting my personal trainer, we're reassessing my program, we're going to go over my health goals again, we're going to look at my diet, we're going to see if I can improve things, fine